All right, yo, we back at it. It's Backstage Pass, the podcast, and I'm your host, Realest Low, and we got a special guest on the show tonight in the building, ReeCee Raps.
What up?
Let's give
How
it up.
y'all doing?
What's up? Yeah. All right. So we've been trying to link up for a minute now, lady.
Right.
Let's get into it. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here tonight, and been wanting to interview you for some time and everything. So I just want, like, for all of those people out there that may not know you, may not follow you on social media, tell them exactly who is ReeCee Raps.
I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm I guess a chef now. I do a lot. Event curator out here in Charlotte. You know, I'm the youngest of, I made 6, I think, of 6 kids, you know.
Okay.
So I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I lived all over the country, well, in every region, you know. So I lived in Cali. I lived in the Midwest, Missouri for like 10 years, St. Louis, Kansas City. I've been in Charlotte for almost, or it'll be 6 years, like next week.
Okay.
So
so you've been here for a minute.
I'm a performer. You know, I really take pride in my performances, and I'm hip hop, but I'm genre bending, and I'm just somebody that is very introspective and original with they art and they talent.
I got you. Yeah, that's what's up. So, and that's the thing. I mean, I heard everything you just now stated. I mean, that's a lot. But where did you get your start in music? Like, what prompted you to actually want to be an artist?
I started performing when I was about 4 or 5 with my grandfather. He had a group, which was a production called The Unspeakables, which was a lip syncing production.
Oh, really?
So,
lip
syncing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I started out, like, there's a video on my page actually too, like, of my first performance. I was like, it was like 99 or something.
Okay.
And I was in that group. I was like the kid member from like that age until when I moved from Pittsburgh when I was like 12. And I started out like doing like Alvin and the Chipmunk songs and stuff like that. But then I moved on to like young Patti LaBelle songs and like Pointer Sisters and just all different types of music he would give us and or give me. Sometimes I would do group songs and stuff like that. But yeah, we have rehearsal every week. Those were my first paid shows too. Eventually, I'm like, I'm doing the work just like everybody else. Because I didn't know people was getting paid.
Yeah.
So then he started paying me and stuff for them shows when I was maybe like 8 or so. So that was my start in performing, and from there I wanted to be a singer growing up, and then later on. I kind of got away from that, and then later on, when I was 19, that's when I started rapping. Okay. And I was just freestyling and BSing, freestyling and stuff, and then I was like, well, if I can freestyle, let me actually try to write some raps, and that's when I started writing raps and posting them all on YouTube and stuff like that.
Gotcha. But like, so you were singing first, basically. That's what you were.
Well, I was lip syncing, so I wasn't.
You was lip syncing.
Yeah, I was lip syncing, and then I also sung, but I wasn't like performing. You know, as a singer, I would just do it at my house. I had a strong, powerful voice, and I felt like I lost it when I went through puberty because I never had like no training and stuff like that. So I kind of was like, man, puberty killed my dreams of being a performer. Singer and stuff, and then I had wanted to be an actress and stuff after that. But yeah, it was lip syncing was my start.
Was there like a specific artist, somebody back then that you looked up to, or that influenced you more than somebody else, or?
I mean, my first favorite artist that I remember was Aaliyah. Okay. And I remember getting her CD right before she died, the CD with the red CD with the A on it, and yeah, that was everybody loved Aaliyah, Destiny's Child. You know, like we just love them girl groups and stuff too. So definitely like Cherish and stuff like that. That's what I remember, like really young before I got into like hip hop and stuff. When I got into hip hop, like more like middle school, it was like Kanye West, Eminem, like artists like that. But I mean, I've listened to a lot of a lot of R&B growing up, like 90s R&B and stuff like that. So,
but okay, I know how you said you guys got your start. You said you listened to a lot of R&B music, but was there like I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I know you said Aaliyah, but you didn't feel like you wanted to be an actual R&B artist, though.
I mean, I wanted to be a singer. You know, I don't think I even thought about it. Like, I didn't even think about genres back then. You know, so it was more like I wanted to be a singer.
Gotcha.
I didn't think about like I want to be an R&B singer or I also liked a lot of pop music. You know, like getting into middle school and stuff like that. So there wasn't really anybody that I aspired to be like. My mom raps too, so
okay.
yeah, she would rap like just like.
So you grew up seeing your mom rapping and everything.
Not like that. Like she raps like, you know, like she from the original era of rap kind of.
The original era. I'm from that era.
So like she did more like playful raps, like joking raps, like stuff like that, like comedy raps and stuff like that. She never really put nothing on wax and was like really pursuing it. So it wasn't like I grew up seeing her rap. It was like she would rap just for fun sometimes.
Yeah, and you said around age 19 is when you actually thought about rapping.
Yeah, that's when I actually I mean, I had wrote poetry before that, so I've always been a writer. Like, I wrote, like, fan fiction and stuff growing up, like, with Sonic the Hedgehog and Amy and all of them, like, outside of, like, I didn't know it was called fan fiction, but I would write stuff like that, and I wrote, like, a short movie in the gifted program when I was in 6th grade, you know, and acted in it. And so, like, I've always been a writer. We wrote, like, we had a program where we had to write a book or stuff, and they actually got it printed out. I don't know where any of this stuff is, but yeah.
But you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. So I always was writing, and I wrote poetry, like, in high school and stuff, like, never really performed it or did spoken word. So going over to rapping wasn't like far-fetched because I was always a writer. I was always a writer. So when I started rapping when I was 19, I was like, I had just started and I was like, I just want to get it out there. And I knew I was fresh and I knew my delivery wasn't all the way there, but I was like, I just want to post it and get it out there.
So you was trying to do it like for mainly like for your friends or just people you were hanging out with?
Well, that's how it started, like just freestyling for fun around friends. But then when I was posting it online, I was just posting it like I was posting it to YouTube, and it was like random, like people on like YouTube. It was easier to get like views back then. In like 2012, 2013, like you could post right, and then random people would just like I had a little 100 subscribers and stuff. They was supporting me and shout me out. But then I remember like people that I went to I was posting them to Facebook too. I remember people that I went to high school with in St. Louis like unfriended me and stuff like that because I was posting raps, and I knew like people were probably like making fun of me or talking shit on me about these raps, but I didn't care because I was like, I just started and I'm gonna just keep going and doing that. So I had started that when I was 19, but then I had met my ex like 6 months after I started rapping, and he kind of discouraged me from rapping and everything. So I had took all my videos down and stuff, and then I didn't post anything for 4 years.
Damn,
so,
4 years? You just stopped cold turkey because of your ex?
Yeah, because I got like an ultimatum, like it was either me or rapping, you know. And I was like, I was thinking it's just a hobby. You're 19, you thinking like this your soulmate or something. So that for the duration of that relationship, I didn't pursue music. I would just write certain things, but I wasn't posting them no more until I moved to Charlotte. That's when I started. When I got back into actually pursuing it for the first time.
Okay.
So
yeah. So it basically you just like once you ended the relationship, you just felt, let me get back into it?
Yeah, when I ended the relationship, I had moved from Kansas City to Charlotte. That was the end of that relationship, and I was like, now I can finally, because I had wanted to go to open mics. I had wanted to, start performing and doing little things, but I was discouraged from doing that. So I felt like I had wasted so much time from when I started rapping. Like I was only like 6 months in, and then I just stopped. And then and I had made some traction in them 6 months. I was getting views, and people were saying keep going and stuff like that. So then I felt like I had wasted so much time. So when I moved here, I was like, well, finally I could do what I want to do. So I was like, just went super hard. I performed for the first time my original music in 2018. Okay. And then I realized how much I had loved that from when I was a kid. I didn't realize that that was still like a part of me. Like it just awakened that part of me as well. So I started pursuing it in 2018, getting in the studio for the first time in 2018. I performed like over 100 times in like a 4-month span because I didn't want to look like I just started. Yeah. So, yeah.
So in Charlotte, did Charlotte, was it the city? Did it make, like, was it the vibe of Charlotte that made you feel like, you know, let me get into this? Or
no,
it was just, okay.
It was just that it was something I would have did in Kansas City had I not been in that relationship. So it was just something. My family moved to Charlotte in 2015. Okay. So it was like I didn't even know I would be moving to Charlotte. I was just kind of stopping there until I figure out where I wanted to go. And I think regardless of where I went, it was gonna be the same. So it wasn't really like the vibe in Charlotte. It took me a while to actually find the scene in Charlotte, but I was blessed enough to I was like, I need a studio. I met K Figs at the mall, you know, because I moved here with like no clothes, and I was always at the mall shopping for new stuff, and I met K Figs at the mall, and I was like, this is what I asked for. I was looking, he's a dope producer, you know, got a gold record and everything. And it was like, and I had enough because I was selling insurance at the time, making 6 figures. So I was able to pour into to invest in my music to where it didn't sound like these are my first recording sessions. Diary of a Pothead, that song was my second session ever, you know? So, and I was able to work with a producer that actually produced, you know, it wasn't just a beat maker, you know, he actually was recording, engineering, and helping me lay stuff down and saying, all right, we'll go back and do it. Like, I got direction. So I was blessed to meet him before I even had Instagram, you know, I met him, and then I was like, okay, well, now I actually got to get on Instagram and start pushing my stuff, and if I'm really gonna do this. So.
Right, I got you. I mean, listening to you, I know you grounded in you want to, like, I know, like, thinking about the new year. Everybody have like New Year's resolutions and things like that. What is it that you're trying to? I know you may have goals. What is it that you're trying to get accomplished this year in the music industry? Right, you know.
Really, it's just like in life for me. I want to travel the world this year. Okay. So that's what I want to do. And traveling the world as an artist is very different than traveling the world as a tourist, a regular tourist. So I think when I went to London last year, it really inspired me a lot. Like, I found the creative scene in London, and it was so dope to like just go around and be at the local shows and meet artists, and like people were so surprised I was from America. They're like, "How did you find this?" Like, you know, I wasn't at Big Ben or none of that, but I was definitely in the mix of all the different things out there, and I talked to so many people out there, and they're also well traveled because, you know, you travel to Atlanta here in 4 hours. That's like going to Paris from London. So it's just like in a whole nother language, whole nother culture. So
is there like, have you ever thought? I mean, like, just sat back and just thought, like, if whatever you were doing, you would just drop it in a dime. I mean, like, just like that, to actually collab with a certain artist out there. Is there anybody that you wish
out there,
like,
or here?
Out, just not necessarily just anywhere. Like, anywhere. Is there a specific artist that you may have, you just be feeling that you would gel really well with in a collabo, making some music, some good. Is there anybody out there like that?
J. Cole, I really rock with J. Cole. Okay. Yep. I think he's pretty dope.
Yep,
like,
J. Cole is dope.
J. Cole's dope, and I went to so many J. Cole concerts like before like his second album tour, and then after that, like Born Center tour, and then 2014 Forest Hills Drive tour, and all of that. But yeah, I really rock with J. Cole. I think that would be a dope collab. I feel like Lauryn Hill would be a dope collab.
I knew because I had a feeling you would say Lauryn Hill. I really
yeah, Lauryn Hill. But I don't know how plausible that is.
Yeah, but yeah. You might show up before she do it, or you might be on stage.
And you lucky she be on that stage. You lucky that she even made it to that stage. So tread lightly.
Yep, that's what she be saying.
Yeah, Erykah Badu.
Okay, yep.
She's pretty dope. I vibe with like those types of beats and stuff too. Kanye, I really love Kanye. Like he's dope. Like I don't think there's nothing Kanye can do to make me be like, yo, I'm not messing with Kanye. But I definitely rock with him, and he makes like amazing beats. I don't know how good a collab would be. Right. Just because you never know what you're going to get with Kanye. With his music style, like it has changed so much from when I first started listening to him. But it's just certain people that it's like I would forever like really just listen to their older stuff. I know so many songs word for word. But I would say those are my top ones that I could say often. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but those are my top ones that I could say.
I got you.
And others that have passed, Left Eye, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like those would be like Dream. Michael Jackson. Like I don't know how Michael Jackson ReeCee that song would sound, but Michael Jackson is like his music. A whole nother level, right?
Definitely a major talent that's definitely missed right now. But
definitely amazing. So, those artists, I would say that.
I got you. So, all right. So, your EP. We're gonna talk about your EP, Queen of Hearts. Okay. So, Queen of Hearts. What was the vibe while you were actually working on it? Like.
It was kind of a long time coming. Some of those songs I had started like late 2020. Okay. Like into going into. So really, it's just me and the beat. I just vibe with the beat and I kind of take it. I think from my last relationship, I kind of carry some dispositions about love and relationships and stuff like that. That I'm hoping by the next project maybe it'd be a little brighter. But so I kind of draw a lot of inspiration from like a collective of situations, and it's like I'll hear a beat and it'll speak like more like breakup music is what comes to it. The title Queen of Hearts came from my hairdresser. She did my hair for the cover too. I had to. She moved, but I drove all the way to South Carolina to Columbia or Myrtle Beach to get my hair done for her because I'm like I can't do it with nobody else. I've been planning to do this Queen of Hearts project for like every year. I was supposed to drop it since like 2021. So but then like the songs change. I end up. I had maybe about 8 songs that I was gonna put on it, and I ended up putting just 5 on it. Just finishing. But the vibe was really just a kind of like puts my disposition about relationships kind of like in a nutshell. And
I kind of felt it was something like that, when I listened to it. 'Cause I listened to it a couple times and I mean, I'm feeling all of the tracks. I think I would say a favorite would probably be Pro Vibe.
Pro Vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. That's dope. I mean, all of them was dope, but I'm just saying your music is definitely different compared to what's out there right now and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Pro Vibe, it was more like I heard the beat, I immediately start hearing melodies. I think I changed my writing process a few years ago, and I think it comes out in the music to where I'll hear the beat and I'll get a melody. And I'm like da 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 da. So I got videos of me doing this, like, cause I don't even like to listen to a beat without having like some recording of it. Yeah. Like whether it's on my laptop or in that case it was on my laptop at the time, and it was just like melodies, and then I just kind of filled in the words to it, and it was like, and really in that song, it's kind of like I'm leading somebody on. It's like, are you looking for a vibe? That's what I provide. But then I'm like, no, let's get this straight. So it's kind of like, if you really listen to it, it's really not about getting anybody in the mood, but it's like, I'll vibe with you, but I just really want to listen to music and chill. So shout out to Kevin Got Beats. He sent me like a beat pack. I heard the beat and I immediately was like, yeah, he from Greensboro. So it's some dope talent, like dope producers out here. I work with producers that I have that are local, you know, to the area, and whether it be Charlotte, Greensboro, really that's pretty much it, Charlotte and Greensboro. I don't think I like the bulk of my producers. I got a couple in Greensboro. I do a lot of work with Figs out in Charlotte. He produced Hey Babe with Jay Hines, and he produced What to Do. Kevin Got Beats produced Pro Vibe, and then Sir Mello produced, he's from Greensboro as well. He produced Alibi. And then I just had those melodies too. And then What to Do, those melodies, I was recorded in the studio when I first heard the beat. Hey Babe was a little different because the hook was already on there. So I kind of, naturally that wouldn't have been a song that I don't even think that would have been a beat that I picked. It's a little slow for me. Yeah. So I really had to just step out my comfort zone.
That's the one with Jay Hines?
Yeah.
So how did that work out with collaborating with him?
It was like my producer already had the hook. So it was kind of like already set up. So I had just got the beat with the hook from my producer. And I think he had got a bunch of hooks from Jay Hines, and he was like, here, you need a feature. And then so I had got it off of him, and I rewrote like the second part of my first verse for that one, because that's all. I'm like, I want to live up to the hook, and I didn't want it to be like Jay Hines here, and he'd be like, man, why you get this girl this hook? But no, it was something that I had for like a couple years, so it's been dope to see Jay Hines grow in the last. I'm like, maybe that was good that I held on to it so long, because he's definitely been making some good traction, you know, in the last couple years too. So and then the last record was produced by my friend David D'Angelo. He's here in Charlotte.
So you definitely work with a lot of, you know, artists. I mean, producers in the region and everything.
Oh yeah. All my producers are from the South. Yeah. Like, even if I don't feel like I'm influenced by Southern music that much, it's like all of my producers are from the South. Like literally.
So when you perform, like you was talking about, you perform a lot, and what is it that gets you motivated for like a performance? What is it that gets you, I guess, in the vibe to perform for people live? Or is that something that you really prefer to like do a lot of performances and things like that?
I don't perform as much as I used to. Definitely not 100 times in it. And, you know, you gotta be like more selective. Once I felt like, all right, I'm good at performing, I kind of slowed it down, became more selective. Now I perform more at my events or different bookings and stuff like that. But try not to do too much in Charlotte. But to really get in the mode, you really just got to stay in the moment. Yeah. I think the times where I'm most present is when I'm performing, you know, because if I'm not present, I'm going to mess up like a word or something, you know. So it's like you got to really just remind yourself to get out of your head and just get into the music, like, and really immerse yourself in that.
What does it do for you, like, when you're on stage and you're looking out in the crowd and you see people actually really truly vibing to your music? What does that do? What does it do for you?
I can't really look into the crowd too much because I'm a mess up.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Yeah, I look out. I can't lock in on people too much, because if I start thinking about what's out there and not what I'm hearing and not what's inside, then I start messing up. And I don't mess up a lot, but I know every time I do, it's because I'm looking at this person too long, or I'm thinking about something out there, and it's like you really just gotta. You can't even really think while you're performing. Like, you have to just do it, you know, and be in the moment. But I don't. That's a good question. Maybe next time I'll pay attention more to how I'm feeling when people vibe into it, because it's like you kind of just do it and then they cheer at the end and then you're like, oh wow, thank you so much.
Well, I mean, when it's over. It depends on the artist and depends on what you're going through on stage, because I'm not an artist, and that's why I'm asking the question, because I think that you're out there. Sometimes you may be able to see exactly what's going on, and sometimes
you can see it.
You can definitely see it.
You can see it. Yeah. I mean, I'm not with a blindfold on stage. But yeah, you can see it, but you can't think about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really even. All you could think about is these beats and what you're hearing and your next lines. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And making sure you gotta feel those next lines. Because if I start thinking about, wow, they really enjoy me out there, I'm gonna mess up. Because it's like I need to be thinking about what I'm doing next, what the next line, the next part, whatever. But when it's over, like when I did the orchestra joint, like when I performed with the Charlotte Strings Collective, like I cried when that was over. Like when I hit that because it was so like I had to hit. I was like, this gotta be like it, and it was just so powerful. I cried when I watched that video back, just like wow, like that was like amazing, like just the sounds and everything. But really, you can't even the feelings don't come until when it's over, like once you hit that last word, you're like, all right, I did it. It's great. It's over. And then everybody cheering and it's like, wow, thank you so much. I was like,
I get it. I mean, because that's the thing too. I think about performing. I really love live music. That's me, Yeah. I'm kind of old school. It doesn't matter if it's a rapper like Jay-Z doing, what was that they used to do with MTV? Unplugged. Remember that shit? Right there, to me, is just dope. You know what I mean?
I love live music.
Yeah, that's just how I feel too. It's just something different about it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you've performed with live bands a lot. Do you prefer that though?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, I prefer. If the budget was there, we would do it all the time. I would do it for every show. It's nothing like. Because you got to think, all these instruments have their own vibration, and when they come together, we're all in sync, And, even in rehearsal, when I get back to, rehearsing with bands and stuff, just hearing the music, it's just, it make you want to cry. It's like, wow, this is so beautiful, to hear your music play live, and your original music play live, and then to do it.
I kind of feel like, we're getting away from it though. You know what I mean? Like the music.
Oh yeah. Everything's so electronic. I mean? I mean, they used to be in the studio with the bands, you know what I'm saying? And then now everything's reduced to keys and stuff like that. So a lot of the producers I actually work with though, they play keys. They'll actually, like Figs will literally play on the keyboard, record a sample, and then make that into a beat. David D'Angelo does same thing. Sir Mello, same thing. They'll actually play instruments. And so my music does transfer really well to live music, because I don't do a lot of the trap beats. Trap beats are very electronic, in a way. Yeah. But I don't do too much of that. But I know that it comes from real instruments, so everything is come from a real instrument and then reduced down. But we are getting away from it.
Yeah, definitely. We were sometime last year, the later part of last year, I think it was maybe November, it could have been October. We saw Raphael Sadiq. Well, actually, Tony perform, and I'm telling you,
I know someone that went to that concert. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I know how Raphael Sadiq is. He probably picked different artists. I mean, different musicians. But the way they gelled, the way it came, man, it was just so crazy. The experience was so crazy dope.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like people are missing out on that, the way things are today, But that right there was just crazy. The show that we saw, it was just ridiculous.
It's amazing. To hear I love going to live music events as well. But to hear all that, sometimes you just gotta close your eyes and just feel it, and feel it. It touches your soul.
Yeah.
It touches your spirit, for real. So I love performing with live bands. I performed with a 7-piece all women's band before for Women's History Month a couple years ago.
Okay.
I started performing with live bands in 2019 when I first did the Fillmore, and so it was like pretty early on. Then I had an open mic. When I first started doing events, I had an open mic where it was called Unplugged Open Mic. We had the band there every week, and we would like a lot of times artists performing with a band for the first time through Unplugged. And they would start with their record, and we would cut their record, and the band would just vibe out, and you got to know your words and you got to do it. So a lot of people don't even know their lyrics. Like, for real, like, people don't be knowing their lyrics. People can't rap their stuff all the way through a lot of times because they punch in. And it's like they don't have the breath control to do it with a, like, I could perform straight. You're supposed to have, like, some type of backing track and stuff with you, but I could perform straight with the band, me and the band, if need be,
if
you know?
got to,
so it's just a lot that I did early on that whenever the opportunities do come or wherever it's like I'm able to excel at that. I prefer to perform with the band.
I got you.
But I will kill a performance without them too. So it's like you gotta be able to do both because you're not always gonna be able to bring the band with you, or it's not always feasible. Sometimes the set is not long enough to bring a band. You know, it don't make sense for them to set up and for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got to see what works, but then you could also get creative and have show tracks made by the band, you know, to where your tracks kind of sound more live and have them embellished.
Yep. So tell me about this. I'm hearing that you like going to be performing or on a regular basis at what is it, Crown? Yeah,
I'm not necessarily going to be performing on a regular basis, but I do have a residency at Crown Station starting. I had one before, but this time I'm going about it a little differently. It's every Thursday. My event company, Dope Events, will be doing events at Crown Station. I'm kicking it off with a concert on February 15th for myself. And featuring, it's called Fuck Love. Okay. And because I'm like, with the project, it wouldn't feel right for me to do a Valentine's Day show for the lover, and then they come here and be like, whoa, like, you made me want to break up with my significant other. But so it's the day after Valentine's Day, and shout out to Chocolate Candy and Ali Steele. They'll be performing with me on that card, and then I'm also allowing people to become partners with Dope Events. So if you want our support, like, we have the venue, we'll do the marketing, we have the outlines, you know what I'm saying? I've done over 100 events, you know, since 2019. So people are applying. We've filled up pretty much mostly all the dates up until the end of May already. But yeah, I also am going to do my Dope concert once a month where it's like 15 artists, but it doesn't feel like a showcase because everybody is curated. Everything's in line and it's really dope. No pun intended, right? But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that once a month. I'll be doing like somebody's release concert once a month. And then I'll be just doing like one-offs. Like, we got in April. Shout out to Musical Mystique. She submitted. I put her on the calendar for April. She wants to do a show called For Her, where it's all male R&B acts. So we're gonna do that April 4th. So it's
and
not
all of this is gonna be at Crown.
Station,
right?
So every week it's gonna be something different.
Every Thursday.
Right.
Yeah,
every Thursday it's gonna be something different. So definitely check out Dope Events, DOAP Events, and you'll see like all the different shows, but I won't be performing every week.
Right, okay, I get you.
I might not even be there every week. but I'll be performing at the first one though, and just to kick it off, and that's
February the 15th.
Yeah, February 15th.
Kicking it off.
Yeah. And then I'm doing a Dope concert on the 29th of February, and then gonna do an all women's Dope concert on March 21st. I know one of my friends is doing a producer event at the end of March, Soundmaker Social, where it's producers. So it's really like last time I had a Thursday residency, I was curating all the lineups, and I was doing 4 artists, 25-minute sets, and 1 producer every week. So now going into it now, I'm kind of passing it along to the community, to where it's like we can all, like, if you wanted to do an event now and you want our support and our structure, our outline, and you want to learn at the same time, like, it's a great opportunity. Or you might not even need to learn if you just want to partner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm opening that up because I have the space, and the venue just want people in the door. And
so you're behind Dope Events. That's you.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. How long, and you've been doing that for how long?
I started doing events just in general in 2019, but Dope Events has been since October 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, it's named after my first project, the Dope EP.
Okay.
Diary of a Pie EP. So,
Yeah.
but I was like, I spell dope that way, like DOAP. So when I was like, finally, I had worked on event teams and worked with other people with events, like a partner or a team of 4, and I was like, I'm gonna just, like, when I'm working on a team of 4 and it's like, there's only 70 people here and it's 4 of us. I just was like, it don't make sense to me when I know I can do that just on a team of 1.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I did it on a team of 1, you know, and then, but now it's like I'm opening it up to where I'm working with more people, just so I don't have to be, but I am I am Dope Events. Like, that's my event platform. So
I feel you. So you're doing a lot, and so tell us about this rapping recipes.
Yeah,
let's discuss that.
Yeah, so I'm vegan, and I rap recipes now. So I rap vegan recipes. So I'm the only one I've seen in the vegan space rapping recipes. So
yeah,
it's definitely a lot of people that want to go vegan. It's a huge market from all the vegan festivals all over the world, you know, to just people not knowing what to cook, what to make. That's what I struggled with at first. When I first went vegan, I didn't even, when I first went vegetarian the first year in 2017, and I ate cheese fries like every day. Like, that's what I ate, cheese fries.
Yeah.
Like, I would go every day for lunch, you know, and I would eat out all the time. And then I started cooking in like 2018. It saves you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it just, you kind of have to, you know. And then I started finding little things, but to make, you know, like jackfruit sliders was my thing. Like,
what's that?
Jackfruit sliders.
Okay, jackfruit sliders. What's that?
Jackfruit is a tropical fruit.
Okay.
But you can get it canned from like Trader Joe's or something, and it's like a pulled pork substitute. Like, instead of like barbecue pulled pork sliders, you do jackfruit sliders, like barbecue jackfruit sliders. You can make a lot of stuff with jackfruit.
Okay.
But so I had this cooking page that was just a cooking page, and I would just post like periodically on it from 2019. And like, even before I started Dope Events, it was like ReeCee Cooks. That was a page, and some people would follow it. I think I had like 400. When I posted my first recipe rap, I had like 400 followers on that page. So I had built up to that point. Like, over 4 years, it was just like certain people followed. I would post when I wanted to. But then I was like, I like to think of how my entities can overlap, because like with the music and events, that can easily overlap, because I can build my music brand at my events. I can perform at my own events and put myself on a primetime slot if I want to, you know, stuff like that. It works with each other. But the food page was kind of like on its own. It wasn't overlapping unless I cooked for an event. But I was like, I can mix it with the music. I had seen a girl, what's her name? One Great Vegan. She would like sing her recipes. She would sing her vegan recipes, because my algorithm, all I get is like vegan stuff. I don't really like looking at meat recipes and raw meat and stuff like that. But her stuff was in my algorithm. I'm like, well, she could sing the recipes. I could definitely rap them. Right. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna rap these recipes. I would love to do it, and that's what I want to do. But it took a whole year for me to actually do it. And I was like, once I actually did it, or the first time I went to go post a recipe, I went to go change my name to Rapping Recipes. Then Rapping Chef pops up. And I'm like, what? I thought I was the first one Rapping Recipes.
This was on YouTube?
This is on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram, okay.
Yeah. And so it's a guy rapping chef that is a chef that raps recipes. And I was like, damn. I'm like, it could have stopped me. It could have been like, but then I'm like, it made me even more motivated to do it because I was like, he's popular. He showed up proof of concept. He got like 2 million on TikTok. And I'm like, wow, so there's actually a market for people that want to see recipe raps. And then people start sending me like Ayo Cheetah and the other people. But there's nobody in the vegan food space that is rapping recipes. Plus, I'm a rapper first. I'm not a chef first. I'm not a rapping chef. I'm a chefing rapper. So it's a difference. Like, it's a difference in how I come out because I really can rap. And shout out to Rapping Chef, though. He just started following me like last week and stuff. Now that page, it's been like 8 months. I started a year probably at 2,000 followers. Right now it's at like 7,500 in a couple weeks. So it's getting, I have reposted some old videos and then they went up, but it finally, because I've had videos that went up. I had like a video that hit 70K, but I could tell they weren't pushing it to the people that are interested in vegan food. Right. Because I'm like, nobody's following me. Like I got like 200
you got the views, but you ain't got
and then like the average view time was like 4 seconds. I'm like, yo, they hate it.
So you actually doing your insights.
I'm big on analytics. I'm very big on analytics.
Yeah,
like I always look at that.
If you understand it, you know where to go.
Right. And I see what people like, what people don't, and how many shares and everything. Like, but then I stopped. So I stopped posting them like 2 days before the year was up. I didn't post it on because I was posting it with my rap page as a collab post. Okay. So I think that was messing up my algorithm to where it was getting pushed to people that are interested in ReeCee raps and not just people that are interested in vegan food. You know, so once I start posting them just to my recipe page, it started really getting pushed. I could tell, all right, it's getting pushed to my market because it's like I'm getting thousands of followers off of this one video that I posted, and it got 50,000 views. Where that one had 70,000, I only had 200 new followers. I didn't know where they was pushing that to. And then so I had a couple videos like go up. I haven't like reached like 100,000 views yet, but I mean I reached close to 100,000 people in the past 30 days on that page.
Right. Hey, you working on it? You gonna get there? You know
right now, I'm gonna get millions and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Like I see it very clearly as long as I stay consistent on that. I feel like that's it's crazy. Like you work so hard at the music, you work so hard at everything else, and then you start rapping recipes, and then that's what takes off. It's like man,
however you get it.
But that's not what I envisioned.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't want to be known as a vegan rapper person, but I mean, a lot of people didn't even know I was vegan for a long time. I would say it, and I had the page, but I wouldn't like, hey guys, I'm vegan. Like, what's up? You know, you got any veggies over there? So it wasn't like that. So, but now a lot of people know that. A lot of people have been showing me a lot of love. And when I see them out, they're like, I love your recipes, all that. So just people that have been following me.
Gotcha. So like speaking of your recipes, that these are like the recipes that you're rapping.
Right.
For the most part are like you just be in the kitchen and you just come up with some different.
Yeah, well, some of them is stuff I've been making like for years, like the jackfruit sliders. Like, I mean, I've been making that for a long time. I'm most proud of making up my pork chop recipe.
Your pork chop recipe?
Yeah, I was like, yo, I want to make pork chops. And I was like, yo, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm gonna mix some stuff, and I want to make it slightly sweet but savory. And when I tell you, it was so good. I made it from lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane
mushrooms. That's how you made the pork chop.
Yeah,
I got you.
Have you seen lion's mane?
No, I haven't.
It looks like these mushrooms are so cute. Like, it's so many different types of mushrooms, but it looks like a white fluffy ball. It looks like a big cotton ball or something. Like, it's furry. It's cute. Like, lion's mane mushrooms are really cute.
Okay.
And they have a lot of health benefits, like brain health, all that, digestion. Like, they're like, people take lion's mane tablets
Okay.
and grind them up and like literally take it as a supplement. That's how healthy they are for you. So you can make steak out of lion's mane. And I decided to make pork chops out of lion's mane.
So that's what I'm saying. You just decided out the blue you could make pork chops out of the lion's.
Yeah.
You just thought about using
Yeah,
that.
I was like, that recipe came because I was like, I'm going to, because you know, a lot of stuff you can know how to make if you knew how to make it prior. You know what I'm saying? If you knew how to make, like I made a KFC bowl. Like I knew how to. I fry my mushrooms like how I used to fry chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I do the same thing. I double batter like I used to do it. Like a lot of the stuff you can just transfer to vegan stuff. A lot of stuff that you might have known how to make before. But with the pork chops, it was more like I was just like knowing how to work with lion's mane and knowing, all right, they absorb. Like they absorb a lot of water. So I was like, I'm gonna make a mixture that it can absorb, right, and then like press it out, but not press it all the way out like I would lion's mane steak and stuff. So it was just like, just working with the ingredients, you kind of know like what to make, how to make it, and stuff like that.
I got you.
But then like you could get inspiration and stuff from other recipes online. You could get inspiration from non-vegan recipes and be like, all right, well, like with my orange chicken one, it was like I altered a non-vegan recipe and then made it vegan. So it's like you could kind of get creative like that as well, to where you're veganizing things, you know, and making it your own.
I got you. Okay. That's interesting though. I mean, and you've, like I said, you've taken that. I mean, that's something, that's how you living. That's how you cooking every day, and you just started making it into something that you do. Like, how often do you actually do videos for rapping?
At least once a week.
Once a week.
Definitely. Yeah, I try to. I really want to do them like twice a week, but it's a lot of other stuff going on outside of that. Like, if I only had rapping recipes, maybe I need to only focus on that for a little bit, because that's what's actually gonna like move. Like once I get my cookbook out and stuff like that, I feel like it'd be a lot better to turn it up. But I do want to actually like focus on YouTube. I had started a new TikTok for it, and it's getting pushed out and stuff like that on TikTok, where it's finally getting some traction on there. Not too much, but it's getting some traction. But yeah,
that's what I was going to ask you, because I was just about to ask you what else are you working on, and you just mentioned like a cookbook.
Yes, it's a rhyme book, a recipe rhyme book.
So it's audio?
No, it's going to be links to the actual videos, but the format of it is it's an ebook. But especially when I get it like in person too, it's going to be designed like a composition notebook, like a rhyme book, you know, but it's like, you know, handwritten style, you know, and but it's a recipe book, so it's a cookbook. So yeah.
And see, that's the thing too. You tapped in onto something that everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? So, and then vegan, I guess you have to try to be creative and figure out different ways to, you know, because everybody gets tired of different meals regardless of what you are.
Right.
But definitely you've tapped into a different type of market, I guess, to where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're very supportive over there. The vegans, they love me, you know, like they really do. I get a lot of I've been getting a lot, especially in the past few weeks, since it's been like growing even more. I've gotten a lot of like love, a lot of good comments, like, it's just a lot of people think it's really dope. Like when they find it, you know, they think it's really dope. So I'm looking forward like this year to start hitting up the vegan market more. Cause you know, I performed at Veg Fest twice out here in Charlotte, but they have Veg Fest all over the world. Yeah. They have vegan grants. They have like different things like to where I have not even begun to tap into, but I'm actually about to apply for a vegan grant right now when I get home, because I'm like, damn, I do got to apply for these damn grants. Because I've been getting grants creatively for my other stuff, like creative practices, and I'm like, I haven't even tapped into like vegan grants.
Yeah.
And it's a whole nother thing, because it's like they want you to encourage people to go vegan.
Yep.
But there's so much more I can do than just rap recipes on that page. And so I'm in the middle of like just getting it organized to where they need education as well. And it is educating them by rapping the recipe. But I have people that like tried to go vegan, but they fell off. They want to go vegan, but then they went back to eating chicken and turkey.
They didn't stick with it
stuff
long
like
enough.
that. Right.
Yeah.
So it's more that I can teach people than just a recipe. I can help people go vegan if they want to and stay with it, you know, and a support system. So it's a whole nother thing. I feel like I got ahead of the curve. Like when I decided to go vegan in 2017 and they say most of the world will be vegan by 2050. So it's like people actually do want to go vegan, but they just don't know how. So I'm looking forward to incorporating more on that channel to actually help people on their journey. Vegan 10-day challenges, 3 weeks challenge, stuff like that.
Because you think that by doing it like that in steps, that'll get them through it to where they'll go longer periods without having to fall back. And
giving them like the real education behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like people go vegan for the animals. I go vegan for that more than just the animals, you know? I feel like sometimes people like reduce it to just like, it is messed up with the animals and it's like terrible. Like when you really look at the reality of what happens, but it's like a whole energy thing, you know what I'm saying? So if these animals are being abused their whole life, then you eat the animals.
Exactly.
With all these stress hormones and all of them and all these whatever they injected into these animals and all of that. Right. It's like chemicals and these animals got cancer and diseases and then they just cutting off the cancer piece. It's like, then we're ingesting it, you know, and then with all the parasites, I know it's parasites in vegetables, there's parasites everywhere, but it's just like, it's levels to these parasites. So it's just like when you really look at it and the health purposes. I read a book. That's what did it for me. And I think that's why I was able to stick with it. I read a book called Maintaining Our Temples, and it basically talked about how Black people specifically, it wasn't something that we were doing for centuries and centuries. It's very new for us to be eating meat. The way we eat it is very European. And that's why we're leading in all diseases, because it's not something that is beneficial for us, our melanin or anything, you know. And the things that are beneficial, they try to make fun of you for eating it and stuff like that. So it's like, and so for me, it was like, because having that plus all the other stuff about animal cruelty and all of that, it's just like the deeper thing behind it is what kept me with it. But plus you once you stop, you can't really go back. Like, I mean, you can. I've heard of people going back, and I'm like, how do you do it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I got you. I mean, it's all interesting, and it's definitely, you know, a thing about education. You know, people don't think about it when it comes to food, because it depends on how or who introduced you to different foods, and as you grow up, because like for instance, like when you're a little kid, you don't know no better.
Man,
you know what I mean?
When I would have never thought I would be vegan. Like for real, like it was such a foreign concept to me. I associated it with white people. I associated with like blandness. I did not associate that with me in any way, shape, or form. It was just like, it's something I never even considered. You know, I never even thought. So I was at a Buy Black fair the day after Thanksgiving in Kansas City, and then they gave me that book for free. And when I read it, it opened up my perspective. Like, I was just like, wow, I never even like thought of it that way. And it's just crazy. Like, I would have never guessed that I would be vegan. Especially with I don't really know anybody vegan, but I've gotten my family to change their diets and stuff somewhat, you know, like, but definitely like.
And you've been vegan for how long?
I was 6 years,
6 years.
vegetarian for 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like 22 when I first stopped eating meat. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad I did it though. Like I'm very glad I did it, and like I got over the initial like wanting to eat meat and stuff like that. And I'm glad I'm over that hump, and I'm into like a new, and like it's just a part of my life, and I don't really. It just is what it is. The only thing that sucks is like when you go to parties and then they don't have no vegan food.
I can imagine.
It's like sad. Like when you see like all the like my sister had a birthday party, she had a whole spread, like, and it was just like nothing vegan but the green beans, and I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that, and I was just like, man, it was very sad, and so I just ended up helping serve food. I'm like, I can't eat it, I'm gonna just serve it, but I just imagine a world where I could just step in somewhere and it's like a whole spread and everything vegan. And I'm like, that's why I got to start doing the vegan events too. I got to get that going. So I'll probably end up doing a vegan event at Cross Station on one of them days, like vegan mixer
set something up,
or something, and have a whole vegan menu and everything to where we can enjoy that. So
I feel you. Now let me ask you again. You're, like I said, you're a rapper. And a lot of times we ask guests, you know, who are their top 5? So I'm going to ask you today.
You trying to get me in trouble?
No, it's you. It's your opinion, though. But who is your top 5 female rappers of all time?
Female rappers?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Female rappers of all time. Your top 5, yeah.
Left Eye.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill.
Okay. All right, you naming people, but let's name them in order. Number one. Number one has been. You see what I mean? Like all time, the number one is the best, I guess. That's
Number one, Lauryn Hill.
Okay, number one, Lauryn Hill. It's not that hard. It's just you may think it that way, but it's hard. It's just your opinion. It's what it is.
I'm gonna say
because we got.
I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj number 2. Okay. Not to say that I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan, but her what she does, what she has accomplished.
Right, I get it.
And how many verses and flows and different things, like yeah, you definitely got to put her up there.
You already said. You said Left Eye. Where's she
Left
at?
Eye.
Where's Left Eye at? 3.
I'm gonna put her at number 3.
Okay.
Put her at number 3.
I put you on the spot, I guess, huh? you thinking about it. So Left Eye's number 3.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Queen Latifah.
Number 4, Queen Latifah. So we got one more. Make it 5.
I'll say that, man, I'm thinking, I feel like I gotta go back. Hold on.
Well, if you gotta go back, I said all time.
All time.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta put Missy Elliott up there.
Okay.
Like,
that's what's up.
I'm gonna go Lauryn Hill. Nicki Minaj.
Okay. You said Left Eye.
I'm gonna say Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott at 3.
Yeah, then Left Eye.
Left Eye at 4. You had mentioned Queen Latifah earlier, so is she 5 or?
Who else am I thinking of? Man, it'd be some artists that really slept on. I got to do some honorable mentions after this. Okay. So I'm gonna do Queen Latifah at number 5 for what she speaks on, her impact. But I'm gonna have to do some honorable mentions. Foxy Brown.
Okay.
I was sleeping on Foxy Brown, like, cause I didn't grow up listening to her like at all, and that was more like my older sister's era. But I recently like was listening to her project, man. She cold. She cold.
No doubt. It's a lot.
I'ma also say Shauna.
Okay.
Shauna is one of she's one of the most slept on artists. She's really like that, and my name is Shauna.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my real name. So,
all right, so that's why you.
Yeah, but I actually wrote a report on Shauna. That was my first artist I ever like wrote, like that we had to write like a autobiography or whatever on an artist. And I remember I did Shauna, and then I did Missy Elliott.
Okay.
And I probably should put Shauna higher up, but I just got Queen Latifah with her, like,
what she
like her impact is like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but definitely honorable mention Foxy Brown, Shauna.
I know you're not trying to leave people out, but we going with top 5.
Yeah, I can't do no honorable mention.
Because we can be here, but I get it. I feel you on all those different
Shout out to Lil' Kim too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, shout out to Lil' Kim. Like she influenced
MC Light.
MC Light.
Shout
out to MC Light. Yeah, definitely. I need to I need to do more research. I definitely need to do more research, like diving back. That's what I was when I was diving into Foxy Brown. I was like, damn, like I need to dive into because I don't listen to. I listen to a lot of male rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like I think just because I'm a female don't mean I only listen to female rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that I gotta dive into these catalogs and everything like that and see why they are so respected. Shout out Roxanne Shante. You know,
definitely,
it's a lot. It's a lot that really paved the way.
Right.
Like so, and like when that really can rap with the best of them, and like so, I definitely. Those are my top. Oh, I gotta give Rhapsody an honorable mention.
Rhapsody, yeah, she's Rhapsody definitely, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. See, when you break it down and you start thinking, but that's the whole thing. You know, everybody can't be in the top 5, but definitely you're not sleeping on these other artists, or you're not saying that they're not great or they're not dope or anything. But still, we just going with top 5, and I always like to ask people that just to see. Because it's an opinionated thing. It doesn't mean that, it's that's what it is. But necessarily, because I have my own top 5. Everybody have their own top 5.
Who's your top 5 female rappers?
Female rappers? Okay. I'm going to say, I actually put, because I am from the old school. So I definitely
You was there.
I was there, right.
In the park.
Okay.
You might not have been in the park.
No, I was almost though, but yeah. But okay, now you put me on the spot. So I'm gonna definitely say, because I look at, I'm gonna say definitely, I would say Roxanne Shante, definitely, because she influenced a lot of other female rappers afterwards. So I'm going with Roxanne Shante. I'm going
number one.
Number one.
Okay.
Because of what she accomplished, what she did, and her influence. I'm going with MC Light second.
Okay.
Because of MC Light, to me, was just dope. You know, at that time frame when she came out, there had not been anybody the way she flowed, the way she, it was just to me dope how she came out and everything. And I was really into her. So number 3, I would say Queen Latifah. I would say number 4, Lauryn Hill, because Lauryn Hill is definitely dope. She can definitely spit. And she's very diverse and everything, So where we at? Number 5? Okay, where am I going? Number 5, wow. I know I'm leaving somebody out because you got me on the spot, but
Look, it's not so fun when the rabbit got together.
yeah. Number 5. Whew. I kind of feel. I really kind of feel. I'm gonna have to put. I know people say Nicki Minaj and everything, but I'm going. Nicki Minaj is dope. I feel her, but I'm going with. I'm going with Foxy Brown.
Damn, Nikki ain't even in your top 5. No, I'm just playing. You go with Foxy Brown?
Yup.
No, Foxy Brown dope.
Yeah.
Foxy Brown
That's
is
just.
dope.
I mean, that's just me. You know,
That's
my top 5.
Influenced Nikki, you know, Foxy,
Yep.
Kim,
Right.
and yeah, so that's dope. Foxy
Yeah.
Brown dope. Like I was listening to Broken Silence the other day, and I was like, yeah, like she.
Yeah.
I'll say what I'll say though is that everybody's style of rap isn't really like my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I like. It's like I don't know. Not everybody's style is. I like different. Like that's why I put
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill so high or at the top. Like I definitely like her style of rap.
And see, that's the thing, though. To me, it's like that's the reason because everybody's not the same. You know what I mean? They're so different,
Right.
but everybody's dope in their own
Right.
way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it. But I think sometimes people think you're crazy because you chose a certain person over another person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, I definitely had to put Nicki up there because she was really the only female rapper in my era growing up. But that's not to say that I am influenced. Like I wouldn't say that. I think it was more like I'm not too much like you know how most female rappers are influenced by Nicki. You
Yeah.
can really hear that.
Right.
I don't really hear it with my music,
Yeah, I don't hear
like
it.
because I didn't grow up really listening to it, but I just the amount of work and flows and you know I was definitely like with the. What like a Dungeon Dragon? Now I know some of her some of her lyrics like a lot, but just I think she's done really what I haven't seen anybody do
Yeah, her
like in the female
accomplishments,
rap.
yeah.
Yeah. So
But you have to think about that's the thing. See, when we make these, when we say who we think should be there, there are certain things that have occurred. Like when Nicki came about, you know, rap has been around for a while.
right,
You see what I mean?
yeah,
It's already been around. When Roxanne Shante came out, it was
right. She was
pretty
like,
much brand new.
Right.
So there's only so much that she could do. If you're looking at the stardom and you know how many fans somebody have or you know, but I'm just talking about what like the delivery, the ability to rap, all of that. I'm looking at all of that. But sometimes it's just how hip hop has evolved and placed that person in a certain area. So then you look at where they stand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not knocking Nicki Minaj at all. She's definitely
it
dope.
sounded like you were. She ain't make your top
She ain't make
5.
my
No, I'm
top
just like,
Well, we're gonna move on.
yeah, the boys about to get you, man.
They gonna come from me, right?
Don't post this clip.
All right. Well, hey, look. Hey, it's been a pleasure sitting down talking to you.
Thank you.
It took a minute for us to get together and make this happen, but I'm glad we did, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And I'm definitely gonna be looking out for you, and I, you know, want you to have much success in 2024 and beyond. You know, and just thanks for coming out and sitting down with
One
us.
more thing, I'm number 1 in my top 5.
You number 1?
like I didn't ask. Can I include myself? Because I really listen
Hey,
to me more than anybody.
I feel you.
But-
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But yeah,
That's what's up.
it's ReeCee Raps. I hope to make your top 5. You follow me, check me out everywhere. ReeCee Raps on everything. Dope events, DOAP events. Be on the lookout if you're in Charlotte every Thursday at Crown Station. Plus, we want to get some other residencies going to where we can, you know, keep the culture going and keep the creativity alive in the city. Be on the lookout. I got a festival coming up this summer called Pulse Festival.
Okay.
I got a domestic violence exhibit coming up in May. So be on the lookout for that. And then I'm rapping recipes. We rapping recipes all over the world. Be on the lookout. See me at a vegan fest near you. Request me. all of that. Follow all my pages and definitely stream Queen of Hearts EP, Diary Pahe EP, and all my other music that's out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, ReeCee Raps.
Thank you.
It's a wrap. All right.
Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Yeah.